What have you thought about installation as you guys have gotten deeper into spring?
Installation finished day 4, and then day 5 we put it on the field, on the ground, and got after it a little bit. Day 6 was a spring break practice, if you know what I mean. I think the whole team in general looked like we had been off for a week. Wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. We want them all to be great. And then yesterday and today, I was happy with. So install now is kind of we're doing it again. So we're going through reinstall, which is the next 4 days. The only thing we did different from the first 4 days was add our short yardage goal line package.
What were your impressions of the scrimmage yesterday?
We put it down on the ground and get after. Every day feels like a scrimmage to me now. I think when we go live or we go up tempo, I've been happy with how fast we're moving, how quickly we're making decisions. I'm extremely happy with how physical we are up front. Coach Peeler has done an excellent job with press releases, with our receivers. The defense challenges us with that every day. So that's been a bright spot. And our running backs are running downhill, low pad level. I think they played very physical so far. So I said this the first time. I thought we were where we needed to be in day 4, and I think we're where we need to be in day 8 right now.
How's Jordan coming along at quarterback?
Well, that's who we were just talking about on the way in here. Jordan Tamu is he's a legitimate athlete. He can make all the throws on the field. He's very athletic, probably more athletic than I had expected him to be. You didn't quite see that on his film. We're doing a little bit more with him movement-wise, and he's handling that very well. So I've been pleased with him so far.
You mentioned Cooley coming in. What about that position? He and Jordan. How have you thought? What have you thought of that position?
That tight end?
Yeah.
Cooley
Excuse me,
is
Jason. I meant.
Dawson Knox. You talking about, or?
I'm sorry. I thought I was talking about Cooley and Pellerin.
Pellerin is more of a hybrid kid. He's doing the tight end things, but he's doing them out in the spread sets. He's our third string quarterback right now, and he's a rotating kind of a hybrid slot / tight end. So we're kind of using him in a lot of roles. One, because he's bright enough to handle it, and two, he's just and I was telling Kyle on the way in, he's just a football player. He's a playmaker. So we're going to continue to find ways to put him out there. Cooley is a physical specimen, and he plays that way. And so we're going to isolate a specific role for him and use him as much as we can.
About Knox?
Dawson Knox has been, in my opinion, one of the brightest spots in camp. And the coaches that were here are very well aware of what he is capable of. I've had the pleasure of kind of watching him develop through the first 8 practices, and I think he's one of the weapons that we'll be utilizing this year.
What has he done so well? Is just the consistency every day coming to work, and what's been things?
He's a work ethic guy. He's a leader. He's kind of a well-rounded. He can run with his weight and his height, and he can run the way he does. It's a mismatch problem for people. Catches the ball well. He run blocks well. Like Pellerin, he's very intelligent, so he can handle the things that we do at that position.
You mentioned a role for Cooley. What kind of specifically? What do you envision that role being?
Well, I mean, it's just the role of the tight end. I just think he fits what we do with the tight end. You want every position on the field to be a physical position, but you rely and you depend on the offensive line and the tight ends to be very physical, and he is definitely that. And so that will certainly be the number one thing we do with him.
Talk about your thoughts on, I know you hadn't worked on it a lot, but the short yardage and the goal line.
The short yardage goal line package just went in. This is the second day that we've been in it. It's the bare minimum right now. The good thing about that is it's really nothing different than we do in our base offense. We just kind of present it differently. But the expectation is that we're going to be extremely physical. We're going to be quick off the ball, and we've got to move some people, and we've got to win the physical battle within a 3-yard area. And so that'll be our focus every time we go short yardage goal line in practice.
From practice 1 till now, how far is Shea come, or where is he?
Shea Patterson?
Yeah, where is Shea?
Like there's another Shea. I know this is rhetoric. I don't mean to bore you all, but he's where I'd want him to be in practice 8. He's gifted passer, and we all know how mobile he is. And so, I think we've got to do a good job of making sure we utilize both of those things. And mentally, I think every day that goes by, you know, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but just based on my conversations with him, he gets more and more excited every day because the light's coming on. It's getting brighter and brighter every day, and he's starting to realize how much I think he feels like he can do in the offense, and that's a good thing right now.
Do you feel like you're getting more and more comfortable or familiar with player strengths and what they're doing well?
Yeah, that's probably the thing that I really enjoy right now. Going into spring ball, you know, you see him in workouts or you meet with him in a classroom, it's a little bit different. The thing that helped me the most before spring ball were the coaches' feedback on all the players. But to have 8 days to watch them in adverse situations, speed and physicality on the goal line and under duress, those things, I feel like I have a much better grasp.
Has anybody surprised you in a positive way that you weren't maybe expecting?
Well, you know, I didn't know what Pellerin's role was going to be, so he's been a positive. Dawson Knox, as we spoke about. Jordan Tamu was a mystery. So now, you know, I've got 3 really good guys in my room at quarterback, and hopefully they can all contribute. I didn't really know anything about the RBs because there was another player that graduated that had a lot of reps last year. And so it's been interesting to watch those guys develop, and there's a pretty good competition going on there with Coach Nix's guys.